Hi there, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK for this Saturday Night Live, but not live special edition. So yes, you had the live stream introduction there for this week in toys. It's not Friday, it is Saturday. But when I'm recording this, it's about mid-Friday afternoon because me and Kiara and our special guest tonight have been roped in to helping my sister move house and do some painting. So that's going to take up our sort of Friday, Saturday. So I didn't want to miss out on any content for you all because I knew you would miss us. So we're going to do this pre-recorded live stream. Now, if we're finished on Saturday night, we might be able to get in a live chat. So we might be in the live chat saying hello in the comments and on the screen. It's full Inception, potentially, if I can get this uploaded. But we will soon find out because you won't be seeing this at all, and I'll be talking to myself. So I am Jay. This is
Cheeky Monkey Kiara.
That's Cheeky Monkey Kiara, the better half. She has returned. As you can see, if you saw me on Dan Who this Thursday as a super substitute co-host, I had the Mezcos behind me. That's a load of rubbish. I had the Mondos behind me. Of course, Jubilee in tribute to Rich and my Dwight Stall shirt. So I've not changed clothes in 2 days. So that's about right, isn't it?
Right,
that sounds about right. So we're going to do a sort of shorter fake live tonight. We're going to do pickups because there's quite a lot of pickups and there's some really big ones to come. And there's a little bit of breaking toy news. And then we'll be back with you for a proper live stream for Hasbro Pulsecon next Friday. So that's the 22nd, I do believe. We will be live and maybe we'll have some special guests as well. But I've roped in my Lego friend Matt to join us. So please welcome Matt from the Detached Brick here on YouTube.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you doing?
All good, sir. Yourself?
I am not too bad. So Matt is up in his Lego room, I see, but it looks like it's under construction.
Yeah, there's a hole in the floor, is what there is.
You might need to elaborate on that.
Yeah. I believe his floorboards in his attic, in his loft there, have started collapsing, haven't they?
Yeah. Well, if I move about that much to my left, I'm dead. I'm through the ceiling, literally through the ceiling. So I am balancing.
If I cut him out the stream, you know what's happened. He's fallen down the loft ladders. So if you do want to see
the floor, not the loft ladders.
Oh, through the floor, or even
through the actual ceiling.
I'm a little bit worried about it.
Yeah.
So potential danger on the live, not live this evening there for Matt. If you do want to see his actual hole in his floor, he has a whole video. It's called Lego Disaster. Go and check it out over on the Detached Brick. But we will start tonight with pickups then. So pickups. And if you've seen a little short I put out a couple of days ago, you may have seen the Tower of Todd. The Tower of Todd. So Cheeky Monkey's here as a glamorous assistant to do the passing as I go through.
Here to pass.
And I'm sure your boy's got toys. You're going to be very impressed for this, aren't you, Alexei, if you're watching? Because it's going to be a lot of Todd to start with, and then we're going to get into something very big from Masters of the Universe. So what have we got here? We have the Justice Buster. So the almost version of the Hulk Buster that Batman uses to take out the Justice League. I literally picked this up today from Amazon because they had a £5 off voucher if you spent 25. So literally brand new out, this one, the Justice Buster. There's the comic arc on the back from Scott Snyder's Batman Endgame. So I thought, Toddy's taken over the toy rooms. So it's a big one. I'm sure Matt would like that in Lego form.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, yeah. The problem is the Lego form stuff. It's you've either got the little £35 one or the £400 one. So what was yours?
That was it was 37 for that version there. But as I say, Lego when you do the Hulk Buster, don't they? So that version, the Batman version, almost I think, because Matt is quite a big Batman fan.
Never touched it. No.
Yeah, would be pretty cool. Right, talking Batman, we're not going to have Batman. What we're going to have, dear? No. Catman. It's Catman. You knew what it was. It is Catman from DC there. So another Batman villain, a classic Batman rogue is Catman. Another one out from McFarlane in the Gold Label collection. So, and another Amazon. This is a lot of Amazon pickups this week. They've been absolutely flying in the toy collection. So there is Catman. Now, Matt does have a lot of random Batman characters in Lego, but do you have Catman?
That was in a 3-pack, and I've got a funny feeling it might have been an exclusive to some con. I recognize it, and that's what's bugging me. But it's not, unless they used it as a joke in the Lego movie Batman, it would have been available. If not, it's an exclusive.
He's got to be in the Batman movie somewhere, surely, old Catman, a very random rogue. So we know what Matt will be looking at later, trying to find out.
I'll be hunting that one down now. Yeah,
we can find. I know Matt was in the chat for Dan Who last night when they showed the Detroit Steel, the Pulsecon exclusive, and that we found out live on the stream has been done in Lego form. So
it has, yeah.
That
and that minifigure goes for a lot of money as well.
Is it? Oh, okay. So lots more backtracking. So more DC. We've got Grifter there. Jim Lee creation, I do believe, Grifter. One I had bought and sold. So now, of course, I'm back with Todd for the 4th time, dear, aren't I? The 4th time. Yeah, 4th time. We'll not talk about that. Get your head in a shot, dear. Get your head in. Come in closer. They'd love to see you. Tell her in the live chat there. Do you want to see Kiara? But we're not actually live. So hopefully somebody in the comments will say they want to see you or not. Say something interesting, dear.
How much money have you spent?
How much money? We'll not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. We won't mention that.
Yeah, Jay, come on. How much?
Well, I'll tell you how this much. Well, this one costs £13.
Oh,
that's a bargain.
Are you lying?
No, that's true. That is true. This costs £13.
Was it £13 with like other ones?
No, this was
just that one.
Just that one was £13. So this, of course, is Deathstorm from the Blackest Night storyline. It is a Build-A-Figure, dear. She spotted it well.
Oh, no, because it's on the back.
It's on the back. It is the Atrocitus. That's the Build-A-Figure.
No. Let's move it. Let's move on.
Right, but Build-A-Figure.
That one.
This is horrible.
Like the price, not the figure.
Let me change view so the public can see you, dear.
This is ridiculous. Why are you buying that?
Well, it's going to get worse.
Oh God! Like that thing that.
Are we ready?
Oh my God! No!
Yeah.
So here we have Necron from the Blackest Night, the leader of the Black Lantern Corps, I do believe. When Cheeky Monkey walked in the house and saw this the other day, you absolutely cacked one.
Yeah, I did. And you put it in my seat on purpose. You're horrible.
Could you handle him?
No. He's not going anywhere near me.
We'll put him back over this time.
Put him over there.
I would do.
So this is part of the, the Atrocitus Build-A-Figure wave that I have rebought, but it was in a massive sale.
Why did you put ugly things?
Well, it's not my fault. You see, they resurrected a lot of dead lanterns, and it's not my fault. It's DC. It was a blame DC. Blame Jeff Johns. I think it was Jeff Johns. Right, so here's a zombie Batman, because she's going to love that. So from the Blackest
she's going to really appreciate that one in the collection.
Yeah. You would like that. That's quite a fan of the zombies. Just showing the back of the box, dear. There was a... Right, we'll move on from that one again. She's absolutely cacking it here. Let's see if we can finish this wave out. Any more from this wave? There probably is, but this one isn't going to go down well. So this is Joker when he cuts his face off.
Oh my goodness me! Why is this even a toy?
Nice, I like that.
Why is this even a toy?
Why is this even a thing?
Have a look at that?
I'm good.
So that's a Death of the Family Joker again. You're a massive fan of DC, I can tell there. This is all modern. It's about 15 years old, this storyline now. But it feels modern to me. It feels
modern to you.
Again, more Todd McFarlane that I've actually rebought because, as I say, back together.
You can't go in somewhere where I have to see them all the time.
No, I'm going to have to probably get 2 DC Multiverse shelves.
Right. Put them on the bottom shelf, out the way.
Right, okay.
I like.
Okay, one more. I think we've completed it nearly. So I haven't got Kyle Rayner yet to complete the Build-A-Figure. He should have arrived this morning from Royal Mail, but he still hasn't turned up, so I don't know where he is.
They're on strike again, probably.
Yeah, well, Royal Mail turned up with a very large item, but they didn't turn up with Kyle Rayner.
I saw the doorbell.
Right, so here we are. The other figure I've got from the Blackest Night wave is, of course, as I say, Black Lantern, Zombie, Superman. Of course, all these dead lanterns. This is quite a...
I think we should get some pretty figures.
A family-friendly story we can call Blackest Night, but...
Doesn't sound it.
At least I got them in a sale, though, this time, because I did sell this whole wave.
So you've already had these already?
Yeah, have you been listening to what I've said at all? No, you haven't, have you?
You sold them for a profit, though, Jay, didn't you?
I did actually. I at least got my money back on them, and I bought these in the sale.
So then you bought them again, why?
In a sale?
Because I missed the Build-A-Figure, see. I wanted to have Atrocitus back in the collection. Because when I got back with Todd for the 4th time, I said I was only going classic DC. But now I've decided to go for stories I like, and I like Blackest Night. And I've also been on eBay and bought the Flashpoint wave that you can't get in this country. So that could be a future pickup to come, but we won't tell her how much that one costs because that's a little bit pricey, let's say. Get rid of that, dear. Get rid of that.
Yeah, chuck it out the window.
That's that, dear. Right.
Oh, we haven't got a window now.
We've got a few more Todds, then we'll get to something non-Todd. So the final wave of Todd is another Build-A-Figure wave. It is the Arkham City Build-A-Figure wave from the computer gaming section, of course. This is the Solomon Grundy Build-A-Figure wave. And shout out to Craig's Nostalgic Collection that did say he'd seen this on the website. And I might have gazumped the fella and bought the last one in the UK. So it's going to be quite a hard retail wave to get now because Catwoman and Penguin are quite hard. So shout out, Craig, but sorry, son. If you snooze, you lose, as they say. So there is old Rachel Ghoul with some arms for Solomon Grundy. Here is the one that has become quite hard to get. It is the Catwoman from the Arkham City game. Yeah, it's got a bit of weight, bit of girth there to our friend Tom.
I'm running out of space.
We're running out of space. It's all right. We've only got two more. We've got two more. We've got Batman himself with Solomon Grundy's
Is this one
legs.
delivery?
This is the course of this week. Hence, this week in
Our
toys. The
poor
name of the
postman
show.
is all I can say.
Well, it's because it's Amazon. It's been a lot of random
Amazon
people you do get with
driver.
Amazon, don't you?
Yeah.
There was and finally, we got the Penguin himself. But don't look at that because his monocle's inside. Because it's a builder figure wave, love. You see, you put them together and then you make one extra figure. It makes an even better value. Do you get builder figures with Lego? I suppose everything's builder figure, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I was about to say you have to build a figure, but no, you don't. You don't. But you don't get one, but you do build one.
Yeah.
No.
Let's have a DVD. Let's have a Blu-ray. Let's have a 4K. We've got more Batman, of course. It is The Mask of the Phantasm, one of my favourite films from childhood. One of the greatest Batman films. That's a question for the live chat, but not live. What's your favourite Batman movie? Because I think mine actually is Mask of the Phantasm. I think it's better than any of the live action stuff. Let's ask our special guest, Matt. What is your favourite Batman movie? I think I know the answer.
It's got to be Dark Knight, surely. It's got to be. It's got to be the Dark Knight. For me, it is.
I would assume so. I think.
Do you still think that is one of the greatest trilogies made?
Yes, definitely. No, the Dark Knight trilogy really does stand up. That's
and you've got to remember the age when it came out as well, and there's been nothing close to it. I don't think.
No, I do like the Patterson getting into Batman debate. I do like the Patterson Batman, but to say at the moment it's only a standalone film. Will they make the second? Let's find out. But the Bale trilogy, though, I know.
Have I watched that new Batman?
You watched new Batman. You've watched it twice.
I remember you watched it at the cinema, but I didn't go.
And you maybe watched The Flash as well. Remember that? And we missed the Cobra Eel.
I remember you moaning about it.
So shout out Mark
I've not seen it.
No, you've not seen it.
You've not seen it.
You're not missing much. Shout out Mark Taxout did let me know the Cobra Eel went up for order yesterday on Kapow Toys. So I'd managed to get the Cobra Eel I was finally missing. So my G.I. Joe collection is now complete. So
complete. Right, well, moving on.
It's complete until we get to the toy news section of this video.
That's as it is.
Right, let's get some stuff.
You just need a shovel. You're just digging a hole for yourself today, Jay. That's what you've done.
Completed it. Done. Let's move on.
Let's have a pair of Star Wars. Let's have a pair. So we got R2 and Luke from Return of the Jedi on the retro card. So you've got your new upscaled R2D2. I don't know which one's in which hand. It's very weird doing this back one.
R2's left.
R2 is much taller this time. And Luke is again he's on kind of on the wrong card because Luke's in the Jabba scene on the picture, but the actual figure is from the Death Star at the end of the film. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. But I suppose there is some method to it. Maybe that's how the original figure came or something.
Maybe.
I do not know. Right, so there's a pair of Star Wars. You can get them out of the way. All right, let's go on to the good stuff. The good stuff. That was the starters. So let's go to what arrived from Amazon. And it even arrived early. So this is a good one.
When was it due?
It was due tomorrow.
Oh.
Which is actually today. It's very weird because we're not actually live, so you're confusing me now.
Sorry.
It's Jada Toys' Evil Ryu, of course, from Street Fighter 2, the final challenges. Look at this bad boy. This is a great figure. A ton of accessories in there. You get a couple of effects to 3 different heads, and you've got the hands. And then the sort of broken background pieces, you get a pair of those. One is a breakaway version, one isn't. And you actually get the really cool box itself. So you've got the back of the box.
Jay, it's the backdrop, the level.
Yes. Yeah. So the level you can see here is the back of the insert, the box. So I've been cutting out these boxes to actually use behind the figures. So very happy to get this one. We didn't think they'd be coming to the UK. So shout out Mike Hex that was trying to help me out getting it directly from Jada Toys, but the postage would have been quite a lot compared to what Amazon finally came through, and it only came in at £35 from Amazon EU shipped. So for the quality of these figures, having got them undone.
Are they the same as the other ones you got? Or?
Yeah, so I've got the Chun-Li, the Fei Long, and the normal Ryu. So this is his sort of evil variant from the game. If I pass that one over to you, my dear. So complete so far on those, and that will hopefully be We're completing, yeah. Hopefully, that will be a complete collection. I'm thinking about selling the Storm collectibles, actually. and keep it with the Jada toys. So,
well, why not? They look fantastic. I mean, the Storm do look good, but Jada toys look. And the thing is, you're going to use the Jada toys more. You won't pose your Storm because you're too scared of blowing them up and breaking. I know what you like.
he knows me well. Yeah, no, my Storm aren't posed at all, but my Jada toys are fully posed on the shelf.
Yeah.
So,
Storm the ones that cost me.
yeah, because the Storm's coming at £90 to £100 a figure, whereas the Jada toys, the standard normal figures, are £24.99, which is just
Not bad, is it?
fantastic.
Will they go deeper, Jada?
They've said that they are going to do at least the 16 characters on the back of that box. So they're going to get Street Fighter 2, all like the versions of Street Fighter 2, completely covered. So they've shown half the roster already at Comic Con. By SDCC, I think they'd shown 9 of the 16 already. So
that's promising.
It's promising. It is, right?
Yeah, might be worth selling them.
Yeah, get some of that money back.
Some money for me.
Right, for you. Well, give some money for this, because here comes a massive one. How can we get this on camera? I do not know.
Think we will.
I'm very excited about this. My God, that's heavy.
It's huge.
Right, it's huge. It's a big one. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
I can't see the camera, so let's assume it's on the camera. Cheeky monkey, on the
camera. Looking good. Looking good.
So we have Snake Mountains from Masters of the Universe Origin. I can't believe this is actually here, and I can't believe it only cost £60.
Sorry?
That's ridiculous.
No, you're lying.
I've got my receipt. It cost £60 and 56 pence shipped from Amazon.
No. Something that size.
And it
comes with all those things, is it?
Yeah, you get your full.
Comes with all those characters.
It does. Well, no, all the characters. It comes with the play set, yeah.
So it's just the background thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're impressed. Look, I've impressed you there.
Why is it so cheap? What's wrong with it?
I don't understand how yours is so cheap, but if I wanted to buy that, it's what, $2.99?
It's worth if you want it in. So Mattel do an almost version of Lego. So Mattel do their own sort of brick system, don't they? Mega Constructs, isn't it? It's 320.
You've got these already.
And it's the same scale.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, and you lot moan about a HasLab. Hey, how's that work?
Yeah, you're getting the shaft on the construction version. So this, I think, in all honesty, was a price error from Amazon. This should not be 60 quid. I think the retail on this is probably 100, 110. It's in that reason. But I think they cocked it up on the initial batch of pre-orders, sold out pretty fast, and they've honoured the price. I really thought they'd cancel my pre-order. I'd have to try and find it from another retailer, but they didn't. They honoured the price, and it came. So I can't believe it's actually here. So if I show you the back of the box as well, you get some great.
Have I seen this online, some Comic Con thing?
You've seen this all over the place, love, over the years, because I've been waffling on. I had this as a child, so I don't think I had Castle Grayskull as a child, but I definitely had Snake Mountain. It was at my grandmother's house. It was an old used one, I think, from a car boot sale. So it's very nostalgic to me to actually have Snake Mountain here. So I'm going to have to spend...
Can you put your characters in it? Are they going to fit?
Of course they're going to bloody fit. Why would they not fit?
Well, I don't know.
That's the point of it. It's a playset to fit the thing. It's 27 inches bloody tall.
Where are you putting it?
Well, that's the problem. A good point. So I am probably going to have to cut some shelves in the toy room to fit this in.
No.
So if you've seen my video on the recent counting my toy lines, if you haven't, go and watch that one on the replay, and you can see how I've got so deep in this toy hobby over the years, because I've ended up with well over 50, let's say, at least. You can get the actual number from the video, different toy lines. But He-Man Origins takes a top shelf, which Castle Grayskull fits in lovely at about 22 inches. But the extra sort of 5 inches on this means it's not going to fit. So I'm going to have to trim a shelf. I've got a shelf that trims. I'm sure Matt's got a saw somewhere. But can we cut it straight between us? We'll find out over the coming weeks, because that will probably have to be another video on the channel.
If that's a video, you better put like a warning on that one.
What for?
You two and saws.
There could be loss of limbs.
Lots of limbs.
He's falling through his attic. It's not good stuff, is it?
I'm a bit worried about you two.
Yeah, I can't believe it's actually here, and I'm just well excited. It's finally going to have this in to complete the He-Man collection. But I say, if you want the Mega Construct version, like Matt would get, because you've got Castle Grayskull, haven't you?
I have, yeah. It's great. It's in all fairness, it's all right. It's all right. It's a good construction system.
I think that was less than 100, wasn't it? But that was in a massive Amazon sale, the same as this.
70% off, wasn't it?
Yeah, because that's still that I was looking the other day. That is still on Mattel Creations at about 280. So you might get lucky with Snake Mountain, and they might actually bring this bad boy over to Mattel to Amazon in a massive sale. So if I pass that
as
over, then
harsh as it is, it's not worth the full price.
No, I wouldn't.
I know it's harsh, but it's not worth. It's not paying. It's not worth paying that amount of money full price. But in a sale, putting it together, it was okay. It was good.
Yeah, not at all. Right, that is pickups. I think done. Let's get the final pickup. Let's see if Cheeky Monkey still thinks about this. Oh, okay. We got her on camera. We got her on camera. Right,
got
it. She loves it really. Right, so that was pickups this week in toys. Saturday Night Live, not live. But we've had some breaking news from Friday when we were recording this early. So let's see if we can do a bit of a screen share and go over to our friends in old Hasbro. Let's have a look at Hasbro Pulse. Hasbro. I made it a bit like, sort of like that.
Hasbro.
So here is something I was not expecting today. So just dropped today is more G.I. Joe Python Patrol. You a big fan of Python Patrol, dear? No idea. Now we know, well, you may not know in the chat, but I know Matthew is a massive fan of Python Patrol because this man in bright colours is a thing. Tell him about your bright colour obsession.
It is a thing. Everything. Well, I think you can see 3 colours behind me: green, blue, and orange. I think so. Yeah, basically just very, very bright. And when these first came out, you weren't going to get them, were you? And then all of a sudden, you're like, oh, actually, and now you like the Python.
I do. I'm quite into the Python Patrol now. It was Matt's obsession with bright colours, and when we were watching, I think it was Pulsecon last year, and started seeing some of these stuff. We got quite excited, but this one has me really excited. So, spoiler alert, I have ordered all of these today. Cheeky Monkey's well impressed. All have been ordered. So, this is the Teddy Viper and the Cobra Flight Pod, or of course, the Trouble Bubble, as we like to call it. But we've got a repaint already. So, the rumor was true. There was going to be a repaint of the Trouble Bubble. So, I only bought one of the normal version that has been delayed apparently till mid-November. For the standard release. It's just hitting with our US friends this very week. I know people have got that in hand right now within some of the groups. But this one, according to Pulse here, is going to come out on October the 27th. So this is going to come out the week of MCM London. So Matt will be joining us, won't you, sir?
I will be there, yeah. Indeed, I shall.
There. He'll be on that 4 a.m. coach on the way to MCM London. He will be at our London MCM meetup.
Blended.
Cannot wait for that coach. But apparently, maybe at midnight on that night, we will be charged for this bad boy. So I am looking forward to this. As I said, I only bought one of the original because I thought this would be coming, and I thought in bright colours it would look kind of nuts. And let's be honest, let's go for some photos. This thing does look absolutely nuts. There's the main solicitation picture. If I scroll down, of what you get, so you get the Tele Viper repainted, and you get the Trouble Bubble in red and yellow. It looks absolutely ridiculous.
Who came up with this?
I love it though. It looks absolutely nuts. It's definitely not going to be for everybody, this one. Because let's be fair, it's one of the ugliest things I've ever seen, but therefore it's beautiful. I think it looks absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I like it. I like that.
Like, I thought you would. But here's the selling point to Cheeky Monkey. This is £10 cheaper than the normal version.
Oh, bargain.
Why?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the special guest because I've got no idea. Because it comes with exactly the same stuff. It's 100% the same. You're getting all the same stuff, but for £10 less. Hello, what's this on the screen? I think Matthew's he's got his pussy out. My goodness me.
One of 3.
Family friend. One of 3. Oh, goodness. What's his or her name? Because I can't remember.
That one's Rocky. That one.
Rocky. Oh, hello. What Balboa?
Yeah. So the good thing about those, we know that the colours really do pop. Like, all jokes aside, like you got them to test them to see what they're like, and when you got them out of the box, you were actually impressed with the brightness, weren't you? Like, the colours are strong.
Yeah, it is a very, very vibrant, very, very vibrant thing. So I think it does look great. So I can't wait to have one of these in the collection. But there's also a couple more releases. So again, one of the original figures in the original Python Patrol was Copperhead, who we've just got about 3 or 4 months ago. Cheap plug for myself. There is a review somewhere on the channel of Copperhead, but he is now getting a repaint in his Python Patrol colors, so you can hunt down your GI Joe. And again, I think it's coming through fantastically well on the figures here. If I can get a decent picture up, there we go. So one above that might be a bit better. Bit of scrollage here. So he comes with his machete as well, and there's a couple of different coloured guns, and then his very vibrant. I'm almost seeing Matt could do some cosplay in this. We could get you some custom Python Patrol gear made, sir.
Well, ready for Halloween. That would scare everybody off.
It will. So Copperhead, really, really good figure. It's one of the newer GI Joe bodies, if I remember from my review, and it was quite smooth and sort of in terms of articulation. So happy to see a repaint. Again, Python Patrol isn't going to be for everybody, so this could be an easy pass, an easy money save if you're not going down this subline. But this subline of Python Patrol versus Tiger Force has really got me. It's got its own separate cube now, so the fact I can have a trouble bubble hanging above that, I think it's going to be quite fun.
Yeah, it's a bit of colour to the display, doesn't it?
It does. So that's Copperhead, and there's one more. There is a third. It is just a standard Python Patrol Cobra Officer.
Nice.
So you get the Officer, which I think is actually on the Cobra Trooper body, because I think in the original line they did the Officer and the Trooper the other way round, which is the same way I think they've done it in this, if I'm not mistaken. Again, you've got some lovely photography shots there of him. Again, do you get interchangeable heads? I think you do. You do. So you've got two different skin tones there in the head, so you can swap that over. Not as colourful as the others, because he's in more of a sort of black outfit, but he's got the coloured strapping.
No, it looks. So just sticking with head, because obviously that's a good topic of conversation. Head.
He's on the innuendos already. So he's only here 20 minutes.
Going to the HasLab and the new design of faces. Yeah. Can you see them doing it in this kind of thing? If the technology's there, do you think eventually you're not going to have multiple heads and only faces? And is that going to get annoying?
Yes, I could see them doing it in a smaller scale. There's a lot of companies that already do it. Mythic Legions are one who've just started doing it with the interchangeable face plates. Who else have I got with interchangeable? He's got me there because I've got a few figures in the 6-inch scale that do have interchangeable faceplates. But on life of me, I can't remember which collection they actually are. I'm looking at you. You're going to have a clue. But yes, there definitely is a technology. Somebody in the chat, let us know any company in a 6-inch scale that's doing interchangeable faceplates. I know NECA have started doing it occasionally in a 7-inch scale. I think one of the new Munster figures has the faceplate. As long as it clips on seamlessly, I don't mind. Because it saves me having lots of different heads that I honestly leave in a drawer. But sometimes you'll see the seam line. If you see the seam line, that would actually bug the crap out of me. But
you would have to rebuy everything again, wouldn't you?
If you wanted to do different head sculpts, because they may not potentially fit.
Yeah.
So
because you use, like all of you guys use different heads on different models. Now you won't be able to do that if you've just got like 2 faces.
No, that's a good point. So we will see as time develops on that one. But it's definitely a technology I think they could go for. There's a snowman. Yeah, there is Star Wars holiday figures out there, but oh my God, we found the one fan in the world that likes this Star Wars holiday line.
Oh, I don't like the snowman. I didn't know Star Wars.
Yeah, so they've been doing this for the last 3 years. They give you some repaints and different sculpts in the Black Series in holiday stuff. For me,
but is it coming for Christmas?
Yeah, okay. Oh, God, you remember stuff, don't you? So last year they didn't make it in time, did they?
They didn't make it for Christmas, did they? What's the point?
Did we ever get that line? I don't know. But is this just last year's line repainted? I don't actually know, to be honest.
Well, it's pre-order. When's it shipping?
20th of September next week. So you should be all right. While we're on Hasbro, let's have a quick check on old Giant Man. I think he's slowed down quite a bit. Let's have a look. Is it 4,637 as we record? So he's going up about 50 a day. So as I was saying with Dan Hood last night, I think we're going to be in this mid phase that we get with a lot of HasLabs now. The next 3 weeks, we're probably only going to get to 6,000 or 7,000 slowly at 50 to 100 a day, and then it will ramp up in the last few days. So my thoughts still remain the same on Giant Man. I think the value is there actually for once on this one. 199, great price. I like the figure. I think the articulation looks really good. Glad it's a classic Giant Man. The tiers don't do anything for me, but happy with the price point, so definitely backing one. Well, that's good. Now we get
Yeah.
first time we have Matt on the channel, isn't it? Since we've actually had the HasLab. So
It is, yeah.
what are your thinking? So I think on our own little discussions, you might be quite tempted on this one.
Indeed. Now the weird thing is that a lot of you guys and girls aren't really too fussed about the faces, and obviously you do how the tier system and stuff's working. It was the zombie faceplate that got me.
Yeah, so there we are. I'm just going to scroll
Oh,
down
yeah.
because
Well,
I thought he
that's
might
what I
say that,
like.
yeah.
But what me and Jay's had a discussion off camera is that in Lego form at the end of November, the Avengers Tower is supposed to be coming out in Lego form, which guaranteed will be double the price of this HasLab. So, and I think it should scale quite nicely with each other. So there might be a crossover, which would look quite smart, I think. But as a standalone figure, I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I personally think it's at a half decent price. Obviously, it's a lot of money regardless, £200, if you spend it on food shopping or whatever. But what you're getting for that amount of money, I don't think you can really argue. I think it's fair price. I think it's fair.
Yeah, no, I do agree. I think the price this time they've got it. I know Matt is a big fan of horror in zombies, so the fact you could have a zombie giant man maybe going over your Lego, and as you say with the Avengers Tower that could be coming out for Lego, it would, I think, scale really well. If the rumors are saying it's going to be quite a similar height, but when it comes to Lego prices, as I say, they're some of the highest around, aren't they? Some of the Marvel Lego sets, because it is what it is with Legos. They kind of charge you per brick, as you've broken down on some of your videos. So at sort of 10p a brick or something. When you scale up 4,000 bricks, you're at £400. You're at a £400 price point.
Yeah, adds up. I mean, just look at the new Star Wars set that's coming out in the first of next month. What's that at? 549 quid for the new Clone Wars set.
The Clone Wars ship, isn't it? Event there from the Clone Wars. That is a pricey one. So it's one thing I don't collect, at least, is old Lego. I've got one little Batman, but that's about it, because I've got far too many other lines. As I say, if you want to know how many lines, check out that video, because that will cover that. So bit of DC news. Let's head back to Todd then as well, that this broke today. Let's share this screen instead. So it is the new Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom movie wave. So I'm assuming the film is delayed.
I've heard it's gone. I've heard they've cancelled it.
Right. So, well, there's definitely a figure wave. We can confirm that. It's up for pre-order as of today. So,
wow.
He's going to shit the bed if it is cancelled. I think it is just delayed and delayed and delayed. So we will, anybody in the chat, let us know and give the public the correct information there, because I can't be asked to go and look it up, but we will find out. But let's have a look at some of the figures. So now, Todd did a Jason Momoa before for Justice League, and the head sculpt was one of the worst I've ever seen. Looked nothing like Jason Momoa. This time, it's still not great, but it's 10 times better than we had before. So if I just go through some of the pictures, so shout out Toy Arc. We're on toyarc.com here. Just going through some of the pictures. So you've got the standard Jason Momoa, Aquaman in his classic colours there, Trident. And again, the sculpt with McFarlane, apart from the giant pins, does look good. I think he gets a lot of detail into the sculpt, but he doesn't use the photo printing technology on the face. So the likenesses aren't great, but this is, as I say, if you saw some of the other stuff, I know Cheeky Monkey probably hasn't seen any of the previous McFarlane Aquamans, have you?
No, not a big fan of Aquaman.
No, they're not a massive fan of Aquaman. She's not into Jason Momoa. Why are you not into a bearded man with a... Is that why I've had to cut my hair? You don't like the long hair on the male?
No, I like it.
Tell the audience.
I don't know. I just didn't get into the film. I thought it was a bit boring.
Yeah, you weren't into Aquaman.
I don't know why. It just wasn't really for me.
Did it make $1 billion, the first Aquaman? I think it was a...
Wasn't it their highest grossing DC film?
I think it was. It wasn't my favourite of DC films, but it did make the money, so they are doing a second. Weird that you're getting a sort of comic book version on the back. It is Jason Momoa, but just in comic book art form. So I'm assuming these are going to be all based off renders. That's telling me. So whether these actually will be the outfits in the film, you will wait to see. So that is the Aquaman figure. There is then the Black Manta. So again, he was one of the villains, classic Aquaman villain in the first film as well. It looks like he's coming back for the second film. Now, I would like a version of this in a classic Black Manta in the actual DC Multiverse would be great. I know he's done a Page Punchers version and he's done the version for superpowers that I've got, but I would like a version. I do like the helmet. And this is one, again, for you, that I think would look great in Lego form. I'm not sure they've done a Black Manta over the years, because that oversized helmet would look kind of cool.
They've done some Aquaman stuff, but I've got a funny feeling it might have been the Justice League. So I don't know. I'll have to backtrack some of them because it was obviously it was a long, long time ago that first film came out now. It's scary, isn't it? It was a while back.
It is probably a good. It was pre-COVID, wasn't it? It was probably was it 2018? Maybe, I don't know. It was maybe 2018, 2019, a good 4 years or so. So there's Black Manta. Let's just show you a few more packaging shots of him there. If we load up, there we go. And again, you get some art on the back. And then we've got another suit for Jason Momoa. It looks like he's wearing in the. It looks like he comes with a little octopus.
That's a better suit for her. Better look.
Oh, she likes this stealthy looking suit. I wonder if it's got a name. So he comes with the octopus. I don't know if he's got a name. Let's call him Ollie. Ollie the octopus. Aquaman stealth suit. So I was right.
Oh, you were right.
And Topo or Topo seems to be the name of the why can't I think of the name? Octopus. That's what I was trying to say. So,
he has a massive crotch as well.
now that's the thing with McFarlane. Some of these crotch pieces are
that is ridiculous. Look at it.
Oh, quite the thing.
I can't stop looking at it now.
He's just absolutely looking at the crotch. There you go. He's on the right channel for this, isn't he? He's on the right. He's on the right channel for this. You won't have to. Where have we got on painting my sister's house? We'll find out in the future. Maybe Matthew will paint a giant crotch on the wall. We will find out. The hair looks a bit weird. Where he's I can get a right zoom in. Look at that. Okay. Let's see if we can get a. Let's get back to the crotch shot. There we go then. Just some that. There we go. That's what he wants.
Look at it. It's like a thong. It's like a nappy.
That's what. Yeah, McFarlane does. It's one of.
Is that how the outfit actually is, though?
No, this is what Todd does. You see, Todd likes a bit of. It is probably the worst thing about McFarlane is these diapers, as people call them, the diaper crotch. That he puts a softer piece on the crotch, so you can get the legs out further to the side. I believe is why it's there for. It covers probably the ball joint in the bottom of the waist, but. On some of the figures, it looks fine. On some of the figures, you get the nappy syndrome. So, I think Aquaman is suffering there from the McFarlane crotch.
Underwater nappy.
There he is in his box. So he's going to be a gold label. So that's telling us that's going to be an exclusive somewhere. So that will be an exclusive version.
Price for exclusive?
The price is probably the same price for Todd. Doesn't usually put the price up on this. I don't think he does usually. So he's probably around the $20 price point. I'm not sure if the villain here, King Kordax, will be deluxe or not. It looks like a standard size figure. So a giant fish king, I think, is all I can describe this fella as. So some interesting designs from the film. This is definitely not a Cheeky Monkey Street. You're looking at this like, what the hell are you showing me here?
Yeah, not.
Yeah, she's really looking forward. I think you've got some eyes. Is that some like fish eyes sculpted into the?
No.
Sculpted
like
into the.
Oh look!
Yeah, get it, Jay. Get it.
No, encourage him.
All sorts of detailings there. So my rule with McFarlane at the moment is if it's movie, it's only Batman. So if Batman's not in the movie, I'm not buying it. Otherwise, it's just comic book stuff and Batman related. So I will hopefully be passing on these. But it's a really good sculpt on this one, though. So it's very hit and miss with McFarlane. We've gone from diaper crotch to a really good. You've got much better paint apps, I would say, on this one, and a really good sculpt, probably for the same price point. So you just got to pick and choose when it comes to Toddy Mac. I think that's just what my Tower of Todd taught me. I've sold it so many times. I've got to be more fussy. Just the ones that look good, or just the ones that are more meaningful.
I don't think this pile states fussy to me. If I'm being honest.
Right. Are you into a sunken citadel pirate? It's a sunken citadel pirate.
It's a pretty figure.
Well, it looks like this film is going to have a lot of evil fishmen. This is what it's. Again, probably spoilers for Aquaman people. If it's coming out or not, we don't know. We're giving away half the plot here. I think there's
a couple of fish guys.
If this film is ever coming out, there was a sunken citadel pirate. So if you want to,
he does look like he's just come out of the water.
Oh, he's got articulated flaps. It's got articulated gills in his.
That's actually quite funny.
Oh, the things I could say.
Stop it! No.
We've got an articulated seaman here, I think, ladies and gentlemen. There's not much more to say about this one. Oh my goodness, there was a, and there's one more figure. There's a giant seahorse for Aquaman to ride on. I think this looks pretty cool. There's so this is Storm apparently. Comes with a little pokey stick to use as a flight stand. Some really nice colours on this one. Again, nice sculpt as well.
Is it like metallic-y?
Looks like you've got a nice metallic paint job on this one. And Aquaman can ride with art content. Todd's really good on the price point usually for these as well. 25 to 30 probably for is all that's going to cost, I would guess. So
It's a good price.
yeah, it's a cool looking thing. Now I do like the.
We're not buying it.
We're not buying it though. No, we're okay. You can happily move
Moving
on.
on.
Yeah. Right. So that was Aquaman and Lost Kingdom. So up for pre-order now, I do believe, if you want to go for those. And that's pretty much it for this week's toy news, really. So let me just share this tab instead and just give you a preview of what's to come next week. So next Friday then, 11 a.m. Eastern, which is 4 p.m. in the UK, Hasbro Pulsecon 2023 is happening. So about 9 o'clock UK time next Friday night, I will be going live again. A Cheeky Monkey will be having a lovely time discussing Pulsecon. Pulsecon may be still going on because I haven't seen the schedule yet, but we'll be having reveals from G.I. Joe, from Star Wars, from Marvel, from other brands like Transformers that I know absolutely nothing about, but we will see. So hoping for some good stuff to come, and we will see what we will get. Are you going to be watching Pulsecon, Matthew, this year?
I shall be indeed. Be interested to see what pops on.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to get this year. I'm hoping for, as I was saying last night, no real leaks, I would say. I think what we are guaranteed to get, as we discussed with Dan, is the Spider-Man No Way Home movie wave that's been rumoured all year long from Rectangular, and we've had the teases at the end of San Diego Comic-Con. So I'm pretty much guaranteed we're going to get stuff from Spider-Man No Way Home, which would be great to see. Let's hope for a nice bendy wire Doc Ock and a really cool Green Goblin with a glider. And let's just hope the glider is not the builder figure. We don't want to build a glider.
They'll get you that way.
I want to build an Electro or build a Lizard. I don't want to build a glider. But we will find out next week, and you'll get all the live reactions. And hopefully I'll have some special guests on as well, and we'll go through all that. So that is to come next Friday the 22nd. It's Hasbro Pulsecon, but it's not the only con happening next Friday. There's another one. Right, one more share. Final share. Oh my goodness. It's Mezco. It is Mezco RumbleCon 2023 running next Thursday and Friday with tons of reveals from Mezco Rumble Society. And as you all know, Mezco is one of my many toy addictions. Oh, God, this could be a very pricey Friday night next week.
I think we should
all the pre-orders will probably go up at 10 o'clock UK time. We'll bang on the live stream. Cheeky Monk will have to take over the stream as I live toy buy as we come.
Actually, that's quite interesting. I think we should watch Jay buy stuff because that's quite fun to watch.
I'll try and hide the credit card, though. We could be in trouble.
The stress,
the panic
you have trying to buy stuff is hilarious. What did you call those things that got to guess a picture? Or say what's in the picture, the traffic light thing.
Oh, the capture. Of course. Something Matthew doesn't have to suffer with Lego, but with obviously some of these toy pre-orders, you've got to get through the capture. You've got to click the traffic lights. You've got to click the buses. You've got to pass that security, prove you're not a robot to be able to buy your toys. And I don't always get it right. So,
it is funny.
But again, in Lego, you've got a lovely time. You get all year, don't you, to buy your Lego?
Yep. Simple.
Yeah.
12 months, not a problem. And then second it's gone, it then skyrockets to like triple the price.
Yeah. But Mezco will have an exclusive then for RumbleCon. Will it be a character to go with my pink skulls? Will it be hopefully something to go with Agent Gomez? I've got my James Bond Gomez. So I want one of the villains from that box that they've shown for a couple of years now. They've never made any more characters. That's what I'd like to see from RumbleCon. So it'll be all Mezco's in-house products, no licensed stuff. So hopefully most of it I don't collect a lot of, but we will have to wait and see. So next Friday, This Week in Toys, we'll be back live again with coverage of RumbleCon and coverage of Hasbro Pulsecon 2023. So let me just move back to this screen here as we end the video off. So thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We've gone on for nearly 45 minutes now without even being live. So this has been This Week in Toys. Saturday night, not live. She has been
Cheeky Monkey Kiara.
That's her, the other half. She's probably covered in paint now if you see her in real life. I have been Jay from Jay's Toy Collection UK. You should know that. You're watching the channel. But if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. Of course, comment and like. Share the video. Do all that, and we will be back with you live. But we will let Matthew now plug himself and plug his upcoming video because he's just spoken about Lego and potential sets that would stop and become very pricey. So plug away, good sir.
So I am Matt from the Detached Brick, and the next video on my channel will be every single Lego set that is going to be retiring from now. So they've just put the list up. So whereas you're getting all your nice reveals, this is where Lego people panic, because if there's any modular set, the second it hits a sale in Smiths, you won't be able to get it at Christmas. It'll be gone. So there's like 300 sets, I do believe.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So FOMO will finally be hitting the Lego collector as their sales go. They will have the old fear of missing out. So
it's complete
FOMO
opposite.
Lego.
Yeah.
There's your title already. Lego FOMO Alert 2023. So go follow Matt at the Detached Brick. I'll try and put him in the comments below as well, or in the video description. I'll try and get a link in there. We'll see what we can do. And we will see you, of course, next week on This Week in Toys Live. So we'll give him a wave and I'll press some buttons to end the stream. See you all later.
Everybody. Bye.